So you know how guys say, oh, the kids will bring us closer, you know? Do kids bring you closer? Do they, take you apart? That's what we're discussing today. Marriage after having children, what goes on, and some tips that may help you. All right, so I believe children do not tear you apart. Children do not, bring problems into the marriage. I feel like they just reveal what was already there. If you are not, rooted properly, strongly, it can easily shake you, yeah? So it's important that husband and wife realize that the child, these children, are an offspring of this love, yeah? So they shouldn't be the thorn in the flesh. They shouldn't be the thorn in this marriage that tear us apart, because God made both marriage, ordained marriage, and then also gave us children as a gift. So he knows that we can, exist properly, smoothly, effectively in this marriage. So I'm going to just share a few tips that are going to really help in making sure that even after children have come, we continue the spark, the love, the connection, because people have mentioned that, especially moms, they get children and they become consumed by these children. They forget about their husbands. They begin saying, but he's old enough. The kid is young. Yes, he's old. He can do this. He can do that. But why don't you continue to be his helper as you actually should? Don't actually create that gap, and then he feels like the children have taken you or stolen you away. You hear those things that men, usually say. So these are my points that I feel like can help you guys, yeah? So the first point is being creative and flexible. Many times, you've been doing certain things, you are going on date nights, up to, midnight, you come home anytime, you don't have kids, nothing to worry about, but things have changed. It's a new season. So if you can't manage the date nights because the baby, you have to look after them, or the kids have to go to school the next day, try maybe lunch hour dates, So you have to see, how can we continue the spark but without eliminating all the things we used to do before we had the children? For example, Steve and I, he comes back from work, sometimes he comes back early, and the children want to also, daddy. You find that you've not had time with your spouse. So sometimes we leave them home, they're watching TV, we go and take a walk, yeah? And you talk about the dust, boate, and things like that. So you bond a bit. So look for those areas where you can actually continue the spark, being creative, yeah? And I want to plug you on some 2 things that I've, got. The first one here is, these are from Divine Dates. You can check them out on Instagram, Divine Dates. They are cards, they are dating cards. And they are so cute and nice. What you have to do is just shuffle them and use them every 2 weeks, yeah? Because we feel like every 2 weeks you should go on dates. Not so, yeah, at least go on a date. So what happens is that you shuffle and then your partner chooses. And for example, it says, let's say, relive your first date night. Ooh, those days, like a first date, it was hot. So if you do the things you did that time, it kind of makes you feel like, oh, it rekindles like a spark and things like that. So it gives you ideas. Don't be there saying, now what should we do for date night today? Oh, it's expensive. Then here it says, at home, movie night. Flip a coin, heads chooses the movie. Every time you have an action. Mateke what? No. If it's your turn to choose, if you choose telenovela, it's what you're watching, both of you, So it's just like you're serving one another. It shouldn't be what you want all the time. Or for you want these ones, what are they called? Those universal movies, where you know what to expect. They are going to end up together. Sometimes you'll watch them because these cards give you so many options, yeah? So please check out Divine Dates on Instagram and get yourself some cards. The next thing, these are called I owe you sex checks. Can you see that? So what happens here is like, like a checkbook. You write someone a check to whoever, date given, and then it gives you ideas on sex. This one says, should I say it on camera? This coupon entitles you to shower sex. So you find a way Make it happen. Make it work. So if this week I picked out a check, leaflet, and I presented it to my spouse, he has a right to sign it out. What do they call it? Anyway, he gets what is on this check. Yeah. Then next time, he's the one that picks for me and things like that. So it's just amazing. So this you can get from Luscious Essentials, again on Instagram. Please get tools that are going to help keep the spark. I know we are getting older, we don't have ideas. People are creating things for us. So please, don't say we have children, we no longer have time. Ideas are here for you, okay? Yeah. The second point that is going to help you, keep that thing going is communication. I know we say communication all the time, but we can never say it enough. You need to share your concerns, yeah? As a wife, engage the husband and tell him, can you support me? Because men will complain that you're over with the children, you're ever doing this, diapers. But if you're not supporting me, where am I going to get the time to be with you? By the time you come home, I'm also tired. So how do you actually assign different roles? If the lady has just given birth, let her pump so that maybe at night you take on some night duty to kind of help. But if you don't share your concerns, you're quiet, even the husband doesn't know what you need, men don't know. Don't assume, tell him and talk about these things early before you give birth. Yeah? Don't shock him, then he's like, what? No, it's not what I expected. Talk to him, let him know how he can help you, or delegate. You guys, I don't know why you guys want to be super women. We can't do it all. We can't. Allow someone else to look after your child. Go out, take a spa day with your husband. Do something together. If you don't prioritize it, let me tell you, these children will grow up and guess what? They will leave you. Then you'll be with someone who you don't even know. Yeah? 1 year you've not been together because people say, it's just a season. After 1 year, after 2 years, things will get better. They never get better. Because after 2 years, you get another child. You start the cycle again. So make sure that in those moments, you continue to rekindle, you continue to make that relationship strong. And the men as well. Tell your wife that, I feel like you're giving too much time to the children. Even me, mommy help me, when I make me some tea. I know I can do it on my, but there are those things that the husband liked from you. He loved how you made the tea. He loved how you were, those people who choose out clothes for your house. He loved it. I know he can adjust. I know he's grown up. He can do it all. But sometimes continue to treat him like, your lover, and things like that. Those things help. So talk to her and also talk to him and be willing to adjust. So communication is key. Yeah? That's point number 2. Light bulb moment, Lisa. Did you know that having no friends is as deadly as smoking? And then there are some people who have no friends and also smokers. Death on death. Choose the struggle, please. Let me go and make friends. I will not die today. Point number 3. Eliminate unnecessary tasks. Ladies, you want to be the one to clean the dishes. You want to be the one. I was at a marriage fellowship and someone said, you have dirty dishes, you can have a happy marriage. But the other one may not be true. Like you always want to be the, I can't leave dishes in the sink. The guy has come home. You can spend time with him. If the dishes are there and they are dirty, you won't die one night. No, let me first clear. Let me first organize the house. All those things you can skip sometimes, to just see how do I spend 5 more minutes with my partner, 10 more minutes, Yes, you're going to wash the dishes, that it will be sparkling, but then now he has dozed off. You've not judged, you've not communicated. How was the day? What did you do? He doesn't know how your day was. He doesn't know how to support you. You always have to make sure that at least in a day, you have some time with your spouse, either before you go to bed or, early in the morning, whatever time that is, So eliminate unnecessary tasks. If you don't have to do it now, for the sake of your connection, leave it. You will not die, yeah? Especially, like at those times when the help has gone. For me, honestly, I know that my husband comes first. If there are things we can live with, we shall wash the dishes tomorrow. It's kawa. But we have talked, we have watched a match together. He feels like I'm, in sync with him. We are laughing. He will not, remember that there are dishes there. You can do it tomorrow. So try and see, what tasks do I have to, postpone? Can I postpone? But remember, anytime you miss with your partner, you can't get back. but dishes can honestly wait. Yeah, that is my point. Eliminate unnecessary tasks. So my next point is willingness to compromise. Guys, you have to compromise in a marriage. Yes, this is not how you used to do things. Yes, you have work the next day. Compromise, you have to. You know, many men say, I can't wake up in the night because I can't change the diapers because for me I have an 8. I have to leave home at 6. But even me, you think I'm here, I'm not working? Maternity leave, the 3 months that we get in maternity leave, we are working. I'm going to wake up, I've been, the whole night I've been feeding the baby, I'm waking up, I have to change diapers, maybe the poop went on the clothes, I have to soak it. Meanwhile, for you, you're saying, man, you have to also go and, even me, I'm going to work. So find a way of compromising. Lose 2 hours of sleep to just support me, Those are the things that actually matter. Please compromise, men, yeah? And also women. I like to talk to both of you, even the women. You need to compromise. Sometimes, I've talked about sex, in my previous video. You can, if you've not watched it, please go and check it out. Sex after pregnancy. I know you keep saying, oh, I'm not yet ready. Oh, think about him. Think about him. He has waited for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Please. Sometimes don't do it. Don't follow your feelings. Many times in marriages, if you follow your feelings, you will not do anything. I don't feel like having sex today. I don't feel like cooking. Feelings are there. They are right. They are valid. But don't follow feelings. Do what is right. Do what you're supposed to do. Sometimes you go against your feelings to make the marriage work. Have that sex, It will start out, but then you will enjoy it later. But also sometimes it's good to give to your person. Don't be selfish. Don't think about you all the time. Think about how it's going to make your person feel. They will be happy, they will leave home feeling like, board chairman and things like that. After that, good night, So compromise. Both of you have to seek to serve one another. When you have kids, it's important that you let go. Sometimes, when you have the kids, you feel like no one else can look after them as a mom, or no one else knows what's best, or, they're not going to be well if I'm not there. Leave the children. The children are okay. They will not die. Please leave them at home. Leave them wherever. But please make sure that you prioritize your marriage. So please compromise, compromise, compromise. The next point I want to talk about is please plan and schedule. Plan and schedule things. Someone once mentioned that, let's say, for example, planned sex is better than no sex at all. The people say, we have to be spontaneous. It has to start from morning to evening. Sometimes you just have to plan these things and say, every Thursday, we have to have this sex. Or every Thursday, we have to go on dinner dates. Or things like that. If you don't plan it, guess what? Things will will come in. You have to take the kids mania for sports day, simanya VDs, simanya training, sports training, football. They're going swimming classes. Like there is, when you're a parent, so many things come in play. From the start, when they're younger, it's you need them all the time. They get older at a school. Before you know it, activities after activities. You will never have Saturdays alone. Sundays at 10 hours for family. Weekdays are gone. So plan these dates. Plan sex. Do what you have to do to ensure that you're still having those connections with one another. So please, planned sex is better than no sex at all. Put those things in the calendar. It will save you a lot and you'll continue to love and value this person. So that's my tip for you. My final tip is you need to learn how to resolve conflicts. Let me tell you, when kids come in, you look at this person and say, is this the person I married? You may fight about how to discipline them. No, don't use a stick. No, let's just pinch. No, just talk to them. You guys will not be on the same page. So you need to make sure that before even kids, you've talked about how shall we discipline our kids. You've talked about the measures involved, etc., the consequences, so that you guys are together. So that when the kids come, you already have those things in check. So know how you're going to resolve conflicts. Which school to take them to. I've had stories. No, international. No, Cambridge curriculum. No more school, boarding or not. Those things can cause conflict. But when you're newly married, you're just like, I love Stephen so much. There is nothing that can make us. Children will make you run mad, so make sure that you're rooted, you're grounded, you actually love and want to serve this person regardless of whatever situation hits you. Children coming, they should not change the love that you have for each other. They should not tear you apart, because I believe that great parenting starts with a great marriage. When the children see that you're connecting, you love one another, they begin to, want to emulate you. The girls want to be like mom, the boys want to be like dad. So they grow up and actually become even better parents, but also better spouses. So please don't shout at your wife when your children are present or at all. Just know how to manage conflict. It didn't have to always end in quarrels. I have a video on conflict management, resolving conflict. Please check it out. I'll put, I think, a link somewhere up here. Follow the link and learn how to resolve conflict so much better. Children should not tear you apart. But most importantly, don't just follow your feelings. Do what needs to be done. Sacrifice, compromise, love this person and serve them. Has having children changed your relationship with your partner? Or if you had all the time in the world, what are those things you'd love to do with your spouse? Set time for them and let us know in the comment section. My name is Lisa Kusima and I'm here to inspire.